Hey Crestwood, happy Wednesday to you all. Hope you are doing well today. It's such an honor to be your pastor, an honor to bring you this devotional for this Wednesday, January 14th. I was doing my scripture reading for the morning, and as often happens, scripture really convicted me on something. And I thought it was only fair I share that with you all, because maybe you can feel convicted as well, and then we can talk through what do we do with this passage. So in 1 John chapter 4, verses 20 through 21, and John says this: "Those who say, 'I love God,' and hate a brother or sister are liars. For those who do not love a brother or sister whom they've seen cannot love God, whom they've not seen. The commandment we have from him is this: those who love God must love their brothers and sisters also." Or as that last line is translated in the Message, the command we have from Christ is blunt. Loving God includes loving people. You've got to love both. Okay, so when I first hear that passage, I want to apply it to all the people in my life that I know hate others. We see a lot of that in our world today, and it feels like it increases every day. The level of hatred in our country for our brothers and sisters increases every single day. It's playing itself out in oppression. It's playing itself out in demonization. It's playing itself out in acts of violence. And it feels like that there's no end in sight to that. My Sunday school class this past Sunday, I had a whole lesson planned. And about 10 minutes in, I scrapped that whole lesson because it was obvious that the class wanted to talk about this: the increase of violence and hatred in our world. And so when I read this passage, I call to mind people in my head that I know are actively hating other people, that are actively treating them as if they are less than human, but they still go to church on Sunday and they call on God's name. I want to say, yes, you can't love God and then hate your brother and sister. And I draw a line in the sand and I put them on the other side of that line and I say, you need to follow this scripture. Now think about it for about 3 seconds and realize the scripture is not for them. This scripture is for me. I have to search the depths of my own heart to see what is going on in our world, in our country, in our communities that is engendering hate within me. I mean, I'd love to say, oh, I don't hate anybody. Yeah, I think I do. I think we all probably do. If we look deep enough in our hearts, there is somebody whose words, whose intentions, whose actions are so vile, so evil, so antithetical to our understanding of the gospel, that hate creeps in and begins to permeate what we have in our souls. So today I'm stepping back and I'm reflecting on, where's there hate in my life? Where's there hate in my heart? When I see a picture of a certain person or a certain action being taken, does it bring up hate within me? Again, I'm a good person. I don't hate anything or anyone. Yeah, I do. And so then I have to wrestle with this passage. What do I do with that? If I can think of someone I hate, this passage says, well, you can't love God and hate them. So the Message says, you got to love both. So what does it mean to love someone that I really want to hate? And that hate feels justified because it's righteous indignation for what they believe or how they treat others or how they act. But Scripture doesn't say it's okay to hate them because of that. Scripture says you gotta love both God and your brothers and sisters who are flawed, who are imperfect, who make bad decisions, just like me. So I'm going to sit with this one today. I don't have an answer. Sorry about that. Hope you didn't stay this long watching and expecting me to give you an easy way to stop hating someone. I think a good place to start is to pray for them, and not to pray that a rock fall on their heads, but to pray for their heart, to pray for their soul, to pray for God's love, God's Spirit to be at work in them, just as then we need to pray for God's Spirit to be at work in us for the hatred that we feel. This isn't about, well, they need to do better. It's about we all need to do better. So today, Crestwood, I want to encourage you, pray for that person that you hate, and then pray for the person that hates that person. That means you. God bless you, Crestwood.